up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Podcast. I'm here. Wait a minute.
What?
What happened? Oh, it's working. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
Never heard without him.
Episode 178. This week, guys, we're drinking from a volcano.
Are
Man,
we?
Sometimes.
I
You
mean,
might think I can float, maybe even walk on water.
if anybody can float, that's fucking Michael Pena. Am I right?
That's like my favorite part of the movie, dude. Every
Yeah.
time it gets to that put me in. The first time I saw that, where he's like, lead me, and he's like, I'm gonna put. I'm like, what the fuck? Who wrote this?
I know, right?
Hilarious stuff.
It's to me, Michael Pena's roles in the movie were the funniest parts of the movie.
Yeah,
To me,
definitely.
I'm not saying there wasn't funny parts in the rest. I mean, you got what, Ray Liotta being like Ray Liotta, you know?
Super dick.
Yeah. And then you've got Super Bitch, um, you know, fucking Anna Faris, you
Yeah,
know.
that's her name.
It's crazy that she was married to Chris Pratt. You know what I mean? Like, I never would have put those two together. Like in a million years, that the chick from Scary Movie and the guy
Yeah, right.
from yeah,
They're not together
but
anymore.
no.
They finally broke it off. He got that
Well,
Guardians money and fucking, you know.
Well, he's like super religious, you know, and
I think she was as long as she was with him, but kind of
well,
changed my.
you know,
I don't know. I don't want to get into nobody's shit.
yeah, right.
You know
We
what I
don't
mean?
want to, yeah, talk unkindly about the divorced individuals, but you know, but yeah, this was Trav's pick, so give us a little background on it, Trav.
Observe
Like,
and
what's
report. Did we say the name?
yes,
So
what
yeah, what?
what draws you to observe and report?
I think it's just I don't know. It kind of walks the line between just from being a genuinely hilarious, revisitable movie, and the sentimentality. Because this was one of the first movies that me and my wife now had watched at the time. And funny story behind it. Uh, it's one of the most expensive DVDs I've ever paid for.
How much did you pay?
So, like I said, this was a movie that my wife and I had one of our first movie bonding experiences with. And we went to Redbox
Oh.
and we rented it amongst a handful of others. And when we went to return them after a couple of days, could not find this movie anywhere. Could not find the disc for it. None of that shit. So I ended up paying, I don't know, like $30-something to Redbox for the restocked, for a new movie, for all that. And I didn't even get to keep it because I lost
You never found it?
Never found it.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah. But this was also like, I don't know, just the idea of just like after watching it, the idea of someone so mentally unstable as Seth Rogen's character just tried so hard to be an officer of the law and just completely fucking it all up.
Fucking it up
in the process, man. Just a lot of really just funny ass moments, man. Like I can't remember. Did Paul Blart come out before this, or was it this one then that?
Let's see, Paul Blart.
This movie was
Paul Blart came out.
2008.
Paul Blart came out in 2009.
So I guess that was the answer to the outrageous R rating of Observe and Report.
somebody was like, let's take this dark comedy. No, this came out 2009 too, so it
They
seems
came
like
out.
I remember Paul Blart, like hearing about that first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when this came along, it was like, oh, okay, because this movie. So this was Jody Hill,
Yes.
screenplay and directed. Budget was 18 million, box office just 27. So they did. It wasn't a smash hit, but it made money. I mean,
Yeah.
damn.
Well, and this kind of came out in that Rogan craze
Yeah,
too. Like whenever you look at Seth Rogen's filmography here, it's like he was kind of hitting hitting all the high notes when this
yeah,
came out because you had Superbad 2007, you had Pineapple Express 2008, you had then this came out in 2009. So he was kind of, Zach and Mary Make a Porno 2008, um, Knocked Up 2007, so 40-Year-Old Virgin 2005. So this was kind of like part of his transition in a lot of ways to leading man.
I would
You
say
know,
from like 2005 when 40-Year-Old Virgin came out to 2010, he was hitting it big for that 5 years right there. Just
yeah,
putting some bangers out.
yeah, and
I
then
forgot that Danny McBride was in it.
yeah, I forgot he was
My
too.
fucking
That show,
son, man, you better back up.
yeah.
He had his
my
face
legacy.
tattooed on his chest.
You think I got any motherfucker tattooed on my chest?
It's like, get your ass in there, you better do your fucking homework.
But yeah, I mean, I watched this movie when it came out, and I watched it on video or Netflix or something, and I was just so sad when I watched it
Yeah, the
because,
thing with
like,
him and his mom, and then man, he's got this one girl right in front of him that likes him. You could tell, but he's like all hung up on fucking what's her name over here, Bethany or whatever.
oh, super whore.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Whenever he gave her those pills.
yeah,
Oh, and
right.
she's like fucking foaming at the mouth. She goes, "Did I say stop,
Yeah,
motherfucker?"
yeah. Why you stopping, motherfucker? It was like what?
I mean,
And I mean, it's very much a dark comedy,
It is a dark,
in all sense of the word, man.
and I think that was a curveball for a lot of people in the general audience,
It
especially
was
for a
for
Seth
me.
Rogen movie.
Yeah.
because it went from where's the next fart and weed joke to like just the shit that he did throughout this whole fucking movie. Him trying to be a stand-up guy and fucking catch the local streaker, but it all just caves in on itself, and then once it finally comes full circle, which it don't take that long, but particularly the scene where they're giving him the results of the psych eval.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's laying in on it, and then finally, dude just comes out of the closet, and he's like, "Man, I thought this was gonna be funny, but it's not. I'm gonna go."
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, it's a very interesting characterization type film where you have someone that is bipolar, suffers from depression, and is in this mindset that he's not fucking up, it's everybody else fucking up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
like he doesn't understand the repercussions of his actions.
Or of
And
his condition, really.
yeah, yeah. And it's like you feel sorry for him because it's like he doesn't have anything stable in his life other than his job, and he borderline sabotages it every single day without meaning to.
Yeah. Without even knowing it.
Yeah. And it's such an interesting character study on someone like that where it's like this person doesn't understand the consequences for all of his actions because in his heart of hearts he thinks he's doing the right thing.
Even when his right hand man is the thief.
Yeah.
The little subplot of him catching a thief that keeps coming in and fucking stores up and shit.
He's like, now it's time for the best part. I'm gonna rob this motherfucker. He's like, what? He's like, yeah. He said, I was doing it right under your nose the whole time.
Where?
Yeah.
Like I got the combination off of the security camera. The way the route, the way he chose to play that character, dude.
Yeah.
Was fucking
Oh,
great. He had like the
just
perm.
the whole security team was hilarious.
Yeah.
You have the gun obsessed twins.
Like, he was in there chewing them out, and he was like, "Yeah, you tell him, Ronnie." And he was like, "Thanks for having my back there."
He's like, "No, listen, everybody. Ronnie's had a real stressful day."
Yeah, you hurt Ronnie's feelings. And it had dude from fucking Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit! I knew.
That's a young Todd.
Yeah,
that's before he was FOD.
Yeah, that's about 50 pounds ago, Todd.
Yeah.
But
that part, man, where he says, "What did he say?" He's like, "I want you to be my partner. I want you to be my number 2." And he's like, I didn't want to put no pressure on the friendship, but I've been waiting for this. I just didn't want to put any pressure on the friendship.
I mean,
He's like, I'm gonna show you the way, Ronnie. He's like, I'm gonna put you in my pocket.
I laughed so hard the first time I heard him say that. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like,
yeah.
That just had improv written all over it, dude. There's just no way somebody put that on paper.
Well, what's incredible is that, Michael Pena has always had he's always had good comedic delivery. He was hilarious in this one. He was fucking hilarious as in his supporting role in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because then you can turn right around and watch some legit serious movie that has him in it, and he's no comedy, nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
you never know what you're gonna get with that guy.
Yeah, and that's a good trick to have up your sleeve as an actor,
He's who's the guy from Step Brothers? He's a John C. Reilly dude.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing that I've kind of noticed about Michael Pena. It's like when he plays a straight guy, right? He looks like just your average guy.
Yeah.
When he plays a character, he embraces like think
that
about
his real.
Yeah, I mean think about his character from fucking 30 Minutes or Less.
Yeah.
Like it's a character, like he goes for it. And that's what's so respectable about it, and also what I think keeps him from being kind of pigeonholed is because he's not going to show up with a perm whenever he goes for an audition. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to show up with fucking cornrows or anything like that. He's going to, if it's serious, you're going to see him and you're like, oh, this is the version of him that I'm getting.
Yeah.
Even in Ant-Man, he still had a character. You know what I mean? Like he looked like him, but he had a character, and it was like, okay. And that's what's so great about like the way he weaves in and out of media. He's like a snake, man.
The best touch was the lisp.
Yes, perfect.
That was the best touch.
Yes. That was the best.
That was like the icing on the cake. Because when he walked in with that suit on and that perm, they were like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, what do you think about this? It's perfect.
Yeah. I'm going to put you in my pocket.
You're the guy. I could watch a whole like movie about him.
Well, this is my thing. Like, if they would have kept, if they would do a series version of this, and I know that we touch on this or I touch on this all the time, movies turning into TV series, this, that, and the other. But I mean, if you have a series where you have these guys and maybe one or two other people, and it's like a documentary style.
Yeah.
Mall cop comedy.
Yeah.
But you have characters like this, and the guy that's leading the characters are like, he's crazy. He doesn't know he's crazy, but he's crazy. And then you've got all these other characters around him that are feeding into it. I think that a long form version of that would probably work better in my opinion, because you have enough time to develop the other characters. Like Seth Rogen's character development was great. You know what I mean?
But we had enough time to develop it.
Yeah. But I would also like to see, because the great thing about this movie is all the background characters are fantastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I want to know more about Michael Pena and the twins and
when
Skinny Todd.
When it gets into that scene where he's showing him the ways and he's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, Ronnie, they ain't nothing good about this, and he's shooting up heroin in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Whenever he was talking to him about showing him the way, it started playing that like Doors sounding music.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna show you the way. I even think I can walk on water.
And then he straight up doesn't give a fuck.
He
and
didn't
then
give a fuck, dude.
you get the classic scene where he's in the golf cart and they just take that skater out with his own board.
Hit him in the head with it.
Just goes into full fuck it mode, which I mean, who doesn't want that moment at some point in their life?
It would have been nice to get a little bit more of that in the movie. That was like a short, like less than a 10-minute scene of them fucking around.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if we could have had just a little bit more of that, that would have been awesome. Like,
and what about fucking
these?
Yeah,
Saddam.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ronnie.
He's like, why the fuck would I blow up a Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Fucking delicious. He's like, I got a restraining order on him. He comes over here and fucks with me every day. Like, I got my eye on you. Oh, when they were in there, and he was like, there's a few things in this movie that you can't get away with now.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, when that cop was yelling at him, how sorry did you feel for him?
Yeah.
He went and told everybody he was going to be a cop, and whenever he came back in, she's like, oh, what are you doing here? And he's like, I tried it out for a few days. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Thought I'd come back here,
Yeah.
But, and I think his name was Saddam in the movie.
It was.
I thought he was just calling him that to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yeah.
It kind of had that little 40-year-old virgin kind of.
Yeah.
Comedy. Foot fist way.
Yeah. The fist foot way. I don't know. He shows him the picture. He said, my dick is brown, you dumb motherfucker. He holds that picture up of that white dude's dick. Yeah. That shit was fucking great,
too.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. When they were, who robbed the shoe store? And he's like, I think it was him. He's like, what did he say? He's like, I don't fucking speak Spanish. Yeah. He's like, look at his eyes, though.
He showed up. He's like, "¿Qué pasa?" And that guy just went on and on and on and on.
He's like, what did he say?
Did it.
Hilarious, man. The shit like with him and his mom.
Yeah.
That's sad. He's like, she's passing out, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna make a change. He's like, you're gonna stop drinking? She's like, I'm switching.
Yeah, I can pound them all day.
Yeah. She's like, and I'm doing that for you.
Yeah, it's
thanks, Mom.
Well, and then that shit with his dad. Yeah. He's like, you think it's my fault that Dad left? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like,
it's probably yours.
Yeah, I mean, so that was my feelings watching it the first time, and my feelings watching it the second time. It's just like his personal relationships are so fucked up, and it's contributed to his illness, if that makes sense, because his relationship with his mom's fucked up. He doesn't have a relationship with his dad. The relationship with the girl that he likes is she don't give two shits about him. And then even his relationship with his best friend turns to shit. He was
just using him the whole time.
Yeah, it's like I feel sad for him because he doesn't have the ability to comprehend it. You know what I mean?
Man, because when he was in the office, he's like, you mean this motherfucker's been robbing us this whole time and you didn't know it? And he's like, yeah, but I'm about to catch the fucking flashing dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, we're not even worried about that anymore. That guy didn't steal anything. This dude took the fucking raffle car, man.
Well, like his delusions just kept getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah. Well, and he goes off of his medication. And then when you look up for the symptoms of bipolar, it's like delusions of grandeur, and it just kept escalating as the movie went on. And I thought that it was going to get the first time I watched it, I thought it was going to get very, very dark.
Like I thought his mom was gonna die.
Well, all right. So this is one thing I wanted to touch on. So what do you think happens after the movie?
He's eventually gonna find her dead.
Right.
I think that I don't know. Do you ever see him moving out and living with the girl?
Well, I got a whole breakdown of what I think could potentially happen, right? So I think that the girl is clueless about Ronnie's situation because she hasn't had a lot of interactions with him, right? So I
Born again
think,
virgin.
yeah, right. So I think that they would end up getting together. She wouldn't be able to handle him. So that would fall apart. And that would play into like he would also come home and his mom would be dead. And I think that at that point he would either A, kill himself, or B, go on a fucking rampage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he would be so emotionally
up.
unavailable, yes, that he would just either
Check out.
yeah, in one way or another, he would either literally check out or he would mentally check out and just take the guns that he does have and go on a fucking. And that's like the sad reality. Like it doesn't show that happen, but it's
No.
implied heavily that something like that could happen.
Well, he
You know
even
what I mean?
said it.
Yeah.
He said he wished he could be at the park and just start shooting the place up and nobody fuck with him because he's a cop.
Yeah.
Like, yep, you're not gonna be a cop, you know? Like,
Yeah.
holy
Right.
shit, dude. Why would you say that?
Yeah. So I mean that's it makes me sad every time I watch it. And it is funny, it is a dark comedy and all this stuff, but at the same time it's like, man. Because we've seen a lot of serious dramas where someone is bipolar, has some type of mental illness, and it takes a darker turn than what this movie does, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard to not think about that stuff in connection with reality, like what happens in the real world. It's hard to not take all that information and apply it to something fictional and be like, man, after this movie is over, his life is still going to be fucked unless this woman is able to like get him completely under control.
Yeah. Maybe
You know what I
some
mean?
kids and a family.
Well, I mean, he's going to need like constant monitoring.
Yeah.
Like, because he's dealing with himself. His mom doesn't even give a shit. But if he was taking his pills every day, maybe upping the dosage a little bit, like bring him back down to reality, he would be fine. And maybe that's what the girl does. Maybe they get together, she recognizes what's going on, and she takes the initiative to try to keep him calm, cool, and collected. And that's the happy ending that I think that we all want to see, but is that really what would happen, you know?
I see it. That's real life.
Yeah. But no, I would watch a TV version, a TV series version of this, especially if they do it R-rated and they have fun with it and they get these crazy characters and it taking place in a mall would make it even more interesting because malls are dying, you know? And that would add a little drama to the whole situation. And then you could have like crazy stores opening up and like, all this other kind of shit. But I don't know. That's my takeaway. I enjoy the movie. I do, but it's such a downer for me to watch whenever I do watch it. And I understand where Trav's coming from. You know, it's one of those movies that you first had like a bonding experience with your significant
It's a
other
memory.
over. Yeah, and it holds a special place in your heart. I get it. I have some of them.
How young did Seth Rogen look?
How old do you think he was?
Ah,
Came out in 2008, and he was born in 82. So, quick maths.
He was born in.
82. He was 26,
Oh,
which is crazy.
yeah,
He
right.
was in, yeah, he was in Donnie Darko. Freaks
Well,
and Geeks was
yeah,
99
he
to
started
2000.
early.
Yeah,
He was like a child actor almost.
yeah.
Y'all know he was doing stand-up comedy when he was 13. I've seen the
That's
tape. There's a clip on YouTube of him doing it. Like I don't know, maybe 15 years old doing stand-up.
right. That's fucking nuts.
He just doesn't even look like that anymore. He looks completely different.
Yeah. Fucking insanity.
But yeah, just an overall funny ass movie though. I mean, it has that dark comedy feel to it, and there are some movies that kind of will pull me into Downer Street, kind of like this one does for you, Griff. But I don't know. This is one of them where I feel like it takes more of a backseat in my mind because when the comedy kicks in, it's fucking just through the roof, man.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the film's done in a way where you have a bipolar sense of viewing it because it'll be, all the comedy spread out between these moments of like this dude just trying to get his dream job, and in between some of the more real moments, it spikes up into this manic, ridiculous, over the top thing, and then it shoots back down into like, all right, he's got to deal with fucking Ray Liotta for a little while. And then it shoots right back up, and he's back at the mall, and he's like, we're going to get this motherfucker, guys,
Yeah.
Right.
When they were shooting those guns, and he's like, got to assemble a team. That one guy's like, am I being paid more for this? And the twins are just shaking their head like, money. Yeah. He found his perfect little group of friends, though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And they were all fucked up. Like, and then he wrote him a note, was like, Ronnie, sorry for what I did. But if you ever come to Mexico,
Yeah. Where the beer is cold and the women are wet.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? Yeah. Ronnie. What do you think happens to that guy?
Oh, he rides his criminal wave till he gets caught, man.
I could see that. I mean, if you worked with him, would you participate in the?
Yes. I would. That dude would be. We would be good buddies.
Let me ask you this: if you started work somewhere, right, and you worked with this guy, and you come home and you get on Discord and you're like, guys, you're not gonna fucking believe this guy that I work with. Would you organize a meetup on purpose so that your friends can meet this guy?
Well, I'd probably record him first. I was like, you got to hear the shit he's saying, dude. I'm like, I watched him do an 8-ball in 2 hours.
An
Fucking
entire
8-ball. Yeah. He was snorting it and he was like tapping his finger in it and tasting it.
Yeah.
He's done that before, That's something you gotta kind of be in the know to know that one. Like,
Yeah.
they was sitting around, they were straight drinking, smoking a joint. Even had the twins in on it.
Yeah.
Somebody spray painted fuck on the building. They said fuck it, and they put you. Them kicking those skateboarders' ass and shit was funny though. Like,
yeah.
I think it was playing that I Want to Be Sedated song. Was it? Playing
It
that?
was definitely a Ramones song.
I think it was that. Want to be sedated. Fucking them up, dude.
Yeah. fucking
him
lining
chasing
there.
them when they
Yeah.
ran off, and he's like, "Come here, bitch." That whole scene there, which is a 7-minute scene that's on YouTube,
Yeah.
I've seen that several times.
Right.
Whenever I want to hear him put you in my pocket. Over
I
here, it's like,
feel-
what the fuck? He's like, and sometimes I drink from the volcano, Ronnie. It's like, what does he mean? I can show you.
What does he mean, you know?
That heroin.
Yeah.
When it hit the thing and it cut to that classic scene where you see the syringe and the blood go in,
Yeah.
and his head's back, and he's like, Donnie's like, you all right, man? Like, or Ronnie, and he's got the sunglasses on. He's like, all right, let's get back to work. Stumbling around. Like, dude, you do this every day? He had coke to get him up. Smoked a little J to take the edge off. And
Yeah.
shoot a little H up in the bathroom. No big deal, dude. All
Yeah,
day's work right there.
Yeah, time to clock out, am I
Yeah,
right?
and rob the fucking place.
Yeah.
Just to buy more shit and do it
Yeah,
all again
I
tomorrow.
figured that he had to fund the drug habit.
Yeah. I'm ready to rate it.
Yeah, man, I give it a star. It's a funny movie. I've seen this movie like back when it came out. I watched it, and then
Yeah.
this is probably, I don't know if I've seen it in it. Maybe there might be 3 viewings, but I'm thinking I've got 2. But I'll give it a star.
Yeah. Well, I'll give it a star too, because there is a lot of value to watching this film, even though it does make you, like, for me personally, it made me sad when I watched it.
And that's something, man. The first time I watched it, I didn't even think about none of that.
Yeah.
But then when I was watching it, it is kind of sad, man. It's like, dude, fucking life sucks. Well, now we're older.
Yeah. We've experienced more.
Life
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah.
and it's just like, damn, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's
That's a
it's
shitty
worth
situation.
watching it just for the character study alone. In my opinion, because yes, it does have very funny parts. Yes, it's very over the top when it needs to be, but it's also very personal when it needs to be, which is very hard balancing act that they were able to pull off. But just for watching this person's experience that's bipolar and just like thinking that he is the shit, you know, to a unreasonable point. It's just such an interesting study on that kind of mental illness, and set in a comedy way. Because we've seen serious movies about people with bipolar disorder, and it's nice to see it's refreshing to see a more comedic take on the subject. So I think that alone it deserves a full star.
There's a lot of the reviews, like if you look at the Google reviews for it, a lot of people go back and forth on that.
Right.
Kind of, making it lighthearted and being about bipolar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, and they're those kinds of people that find stuff wrong with stuff,
Yeah.
that had a lot of racist undertones. I'm like, that was, it was,
It,
it
it,
was, it was 2009. I mean,
yeah. Yeah. I
you
mean,
know,
What are you gonna give it, Trav?
I give it a star, man, for all the reasons above, man.
All the right reasons.
Oh yeah.
we didn't even talk about when that fucking Pixie Stone starts playing
Oh my God.
and that dude comes running around the corner.
Yeah.
He's doing that, that little guitar coming in. And he's doing that. He shoots this motherfucker, dude. Like,
Blows his goddamn top off,
yeah,
dude.
shoots him, and he's like, when dude looked at him, and he's like, I'm taking him in.
It's like he's dead, Ronnie.
And he threw him the keys. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
he got his job back.
Yeah.
So as long as he stays there, and
Yeah.
he serves a purpose.
Yeah. which is exactly what's perfect for that type of individual, you know?
He needs that job.
Yeah.
But that whole scene was just hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude running. I mean, and this dude ran for a solid 3 or 4 minutes with his dick flopping.
Yeah. Look
know?
at Daddy's dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just such a funny ending.
Yeah.
And the song
that
choice
song.
was perfect, dude.
I was like, are we watching Fight Club? What the fuck is
I
happening
forgot
right
about
now?
that, man. When they started
Yeah.
running, I was like, oh shit, I remember this now. Like, I forgot that he shot him.
Oh, I remember that. Because it comes out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, he runs up to old chick and it's in slow motion and she sees him and you see her
Drops
start
the
to
shit.
respond. Then bam, and he's
He
fucking
just
on
pushed
the
her
ground.
aside. And this time, like, at first it's like, oh, he shot her because he's fucking on that girl. But he's like, no, fuck you. I wasn't doing this for you. I was doing it for me.
Yeah. If you want someone to fuck your enemy, to fuck you and then fuck your enemies, talk to Brandy.
Yeah. He just kind of looked around like,
Yeah.
he wasn't denying it.
Well, hey, I mean, he kind of gets the last laugh in that situation because she's like, I'll go out with you as long as you don't tell anybody, you know?
Yeah.
And he didn't. The only person that knew was his mom, you know? So.
Now everybody fucking knows.
Yeah, the whole mall knows that. I mean, he was kicking everybody's ass at the damn
When he's fighting the
athletic.
cops.
Well, that and the athletic portion of the training course, like he had that on lockdown. You know what I mean? But it's just the mental evaluation was a little lacking, to say the least. So
Yeah, I couldn't let it in without.
yeah. So y'all want to transition to the new hotness? You know what I'm talking about? Did we all watch both episodes, right?
I saw two of them.
I ran out of time. I had like maybe another 20 minutes on the second, but I did finish the first.
What do you think about it so far, Trav?
Not what I was expecting.
Yeah, in a good way though, right?
In a mixed sort of way.
It's based on the book though, right? I mean, a
lot
of these characters are from the book.
Yeah, but the story is based on another book, had nothing to do with that other shit.
I don't know. Have you read the books?
I mean, the stuff that deals with the monsters, the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah, I've read a good bit of those, but Lovecraft Country, the show, is based on a book by Matt Ruff.
These were people that kind of wrote books about kind of stuff like that, right? I was looking at some stuff and I heard them talking about it.
This is a 2016 novel.
Yeah. I liked it, but I watched both of them. That last 20 minutes there's a lot goes on there.
Yeah.
Especially at the end of the second episode, like.
But it's ultimately feeling like it's just going to be its own thing with Lovecraftian imagery over the fantasy parts, which is cool. I didn't have a problem with the show. It was just kind of jarring because I went in thinking, okay, we're going to get some sort of maybe a light adaptation of maybe Call of Cthulhu, or maybe, because hell, the bridge thing alone, did you guys not think In the Mountains of Madness or In the Mouth of Madness?
Yeah. I got that.
I mean, all the tips of the hat were there and everything. But
What about that opening scene, the first episode?
Oh, it was cool. I mean, it was bookended by two really crazy fucking sequences. The whole concept of him like being the soldier in the military, and as he, it shows him just being in the war, and then the war just turns into just this. You see like H.G. Wells level aliens just fucking lasering shit off in the distance. You see fucking Cthulhu himself.
The red chick that drops down was the same chick that he was fighting in the second one.
And
same girl, same actress.
I mean, a hell of a lot of cool, instances in it. And a lot of very tense moments too. When, at the heart of it, it's like we're getting Green Book if it was made into a horror film.
That's what his uncle's doing. He's an editor for the Green Book.
Which, so I mean, yeah, I mean it's good. I'm anxious to see where this is gonna go.
How far? What's the last thing that happened in that second episode? So I know what we can talk about.
All right, so they've realized that the group, the gathering at this estate, is not the clan. I'm assuming it's the Cult of Cthulhu. They've already done a little bit of magic shit. The woman has, or the Order of the Ancient Dawn.
That's it.
The last thing I saw was when she lifted the thing or the memory wipe on the other two, on Uncle George and the chick, and they start losing their shit. And then homeboy's locked in the room, and there's the barrier with the seals around it that look like the fucking seals that you see on the dude's sash that he's got going on. That was the last bit that I've seen. So I've seen at least up to that point where they went out, they saw the big tower, and they're like, we think Uncle George is there. And, they start, discerning that, it's made of stone, so it's got a dungeon. And that's where I'm at.
Well, it gets fucking crazy. Yeah, it gets fucking crazy.
I think they're like the cult of Adam. What they call themselves?
The Order of the Ancient Dawn.
That's it. But they all worship the first man.
Yeah, and old dude had the surgery going on, and he's like, they're like, so you think you're God? And he's like, no, I'm Adam.
Did you see what they did with that organ they pulled out?
Not yet.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I actually, now that I'm trying to recount it, the chick went out to the barn and pulled that fucking nasty thing out of that cow.
Yeah.
I think those things are the things that are running around in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
So that's
that's what I figured.
That's how they're birthing them, though. They're using like just regular ass cows and shit. Like,
yeah. No, it gets like from the part that you're at right now, it fucking takes a ridiculous turn, like left turn, Trav.
Big time.
I mean, it kind of took a left turn when it was like you're in a sundown county, and it's like, what the fuck is this 8-eyed fuck thing doing in the woods?
Yeah.
Like that's about as hard a left turn as you can get, man.
Nah, we ain't in Kansas no more.
No, because like it takes even more of a left turn after that. Like the creatures in the woods and everything, like that was such a fucking cool sequence and everything, but like after the part that you're talking, because you didn't see what happens after they lift the barrier or anything, right?
No, they're all trapped. They're all trapped in the one room now.
Yeah, it gets a little bit crazier with like what they experience and what happens to them and stuff, and
what they find out.
Yeah, for real. So
Body's on the moon. That was the name of the episode, Trav.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I immediately thought about you.
Yeah.
Well, they
play it at the end.
Yeah, they do a whole sequence to that,
and it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. So to like go into it without spoiling anything, I've been very, very, very much enjoying watching this show because like that second episode, this is what I'll say. The first episode did a good job of character introduction, a little bit of
Well,
character.
making you only trust and believe the three people.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially
Everybody
on the
else
road.
everybody else can fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
And then at the end of that first episode, they're in the woods. You think that they're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Those things show up and start just going fucking ham on people. And that in itself is enough to be like,
Whoa.
what the fuck? Then that second episode, it, it takes you on a fucking ride. And it feels like I watched.
That felt
and
like an episode by itself, dude. That like a
Yeah.
whole series happened right there at the end. Like a damn.
Yeah.
They caught you up on so much, like stuff I thought I was gonna have to wait to find out about.
Yeah.
They just wrap it up in like fucking 25 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
Put a little bow on it for you.
The pacing of the second episode has the same pacing as a lot of the Watchmen episodes did. You get a lot of information in a very interesting way very quickly. That's exact. And if the whole series is going to be that way, then I'm all for it, because you find out why he's there, what he's doing there, like stuff that they alluded to in the previous episode and in that episode, and it like puts a nice bow on top of it, but leaves you questioning. It's written so well.
I couldn't believe they put that much in that second episode.
No.
I expected to have to wait a while because I was like, once we got the little vampire goblins, I was like, all right, we're not gonna see anything for a while. You have to, it's gonna be a slow burn.
But it's not.
Right into it. There's some speculation online that one of the books that old Unc walks away with is the Necronomicon.
Really?
In that library. Yeah, there's people zooming in on it. It's like a small version of it, but they think, and the teaser, because at the end of an episode you get like a teaser for the next week or something. Deals with some undead.
Okay.
So
that could be very.
There's already like fucking conspiracy channels, doing theories and shit, and I watched that one guy, Heavy Spoilers.
Yeah.
I watched both of his videos about it because he would just go, I think he read the book and he's read some of the others, and he said they have changed a lot of stuff. Like the book's a little different.
Yeah.
They've swapped some characters around and kind of, made it, for TV. But I want to see what's gonna. I think that chick's gonna be a villain.
Well, this show is also eerily similar in its style and setup to a show called Castle Rock.
Yeah.
Where it takes the works of an author and it doesn't adapt anything from it. It just pulls elements from certain respective books and stuff. The woman, so I feel like we've seen enough. Yeah, I feel like I've seen enough of her, and I think y'all have too. The whole idea of like her being able to like erase your memories and make you not remember shit.
Y'all know what does that? It's that whistle.
Well, it's very reminiscent.
He's immune to it. It won't affect him.
Yeah, but it's very reminiscent of an ability that one of the monsters has, or one of the great old ones. And that's the pantheon of like ancient evil gods that Lovecraft's come up with. They all serve Cthulhu, but there's like a hierarchy of these different beings and stuff.
Right.
And in terms of that, it reminds me of, like I said, of Castle Rock, because it's essentially the same thing kind of going on, where there's a plot, there's this, that, and the other, but it's taking place in stuff that's all within the realm of Stephen King.
Yeah.
That show's pretty good too. If y'all like this, you would like Castle Rock.
Right. Yeah, I'm interested in checking that out as well. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, I'm ready for the next episode.
Well, I just want to know where all this is going. I mean,
Well,
they gave you so much right there, and it's like, all right, what are we gonna do with this information?
I'm interested because they're throwing so many things at you, and I think it's trying to confuse you so that you can't figure out what's going to happen next. Like, because for instance, like at the beginning, like other than the moments in that first episode when dudes, every now and then he'll kind of have his little weird moment and whatnot. It goes from the opening sequence of like, all right, here's all this crazy shit. And then it turns into 45 minutes of a classic, struggle against racism story. And then they get to Artem at the end, and it's like, oh, you get the vampire, and like I said, it's the first episode's bookended by the more supernatural elements, and then you get a good chunk of like another type of struggle going on, and then what I watched of the second, it's like, okay, that 45-minute trudge through America that they were going on was almost setting you up to be like, okay, because I'm sure y'all's first thoughts when y'all arrived when they arrived at Artem 2 was like, and you saw the guy, it as a viewer, it evoked them. They're like, all right, these guys are going to think these people are the Klan.
Or
That
Nazis.
this is about to, like some level of prejudice, like some really hardened bullshit going on.
Yeah.
Well, you heard
And
it.
then
You saw the part where he said that the dude's wealth was built off of
shipping
and
the woman's like,
slave
that's
trading.
code for slaves. Yeah.
I mean, that's what his whole thing was built off of that.
And and then
house,
they make
everything.
and then the revelation gets made that either his mother or his grandmother was a slave.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly. And
it gets real, like,
well, like I feel like from the way everything is looking, it's gonna be a revelation of, okay, they're sacrificing people to this shit, this whichever god that they're gonna choose for this little group to worship in the show. They're gonna be sacrificing people to it, and it's gonna be like, oh well, we were sacrificing slaves for a while, and then now we're not, well's kind of running dry since the Civil War, so now we're just taking anybody. But you, Mr. War vet, you're exactly what we fucking need.
I don't know,
Well,
man. I mean, I don't know. I can't say nothing.
Yeah, I can't.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, I mean, because next week
I can't wait till we can talk about it. That
I know, because I'm like fucking busting over there.
I'm sorry that I didn't get to it, but like,
it's
I got the ball rolling, so
well, you started it.
Yeah, yeah, you'll have a good experience finishing the episode.
Yeah, it ain't a slow chug.
No, because once they
go to dinner.
Yeah, once they
He's like right at it, dude.
Yeah, well, you didn't see. I'm gonna ask you this, and this isn't gonna spoil anything if you haven't seen it. But did you see the part where they're looking through the walls?
No, not yet.
Okay, so that's what's fixing to happen next. So from the point that she releases the spell on everybody until the end of the episode, it's one fucked up thing after another fucked up thing after another fucked up thing that, like, it's all kind of self-contained, but it's also open, if that makes sense. Like, it's self-contained in the idea of what's happening here, but it shows that there's going to be branches, like repercussions throughout the rest of the series. It gets fucking nuts. That's all I'm gonna say about it. You're gonna be surprised, and I think that you're gonna love it, because when I watched it, my mouth was open, dragging the fucking floor.
So I just didn't expect it.
No, Yeah. So if you haven't watched fucking Lovecraft Crunchy, the 3rd episode will be up Sunday
Lovecraft
night.
Crunchy, I heard that.
Lovecraft Crunchy, yeah.
Crunchy.
The
From
3rd
the
episode,
makers of Rice Krispie treats.
catch up on it because it is that first episode does a lot of building, and it is a
Yeah.
little slow from time to time. The
And,
second
It's a
episode,
little sensitive,
yes.
some areas, but that's not going to stick around the whole show. I don't.
Well, this is the thing too. Like, all right, so when you look up the novel Lovecraft Country, I don't talk about it. Lovecraft Country, the novel. It is it explores the conjunction between the horror fiction of H.P. Lovecraft and racism in the United States during the era of Jim Crow laws. An experience by a black science fiction fan and his family. So that is, the synopsis of the book. And to me, it feels like they got all of that Jim Crow law era explanation out in the first episode, so that it's in the back of our, we don't have to keep beating that dead horse.
I saw
in the
on some
show.
of the comments, man, where like people were talking, doing the breakdowns and stuff, and then the first episode, the guy said in the video, and this is some British dude. It's that channel, the something spoiler, but heavy spoiler.
Yeah.
He said, the bus breaks down, and then so instead of riding in the back of this truck with these people, they skip the ride and they walk. And it's like, no, dude, they didn't skip that ride.
No,
They weren't offered a ride.
they were told that
That's what that was saying.
Yeah. But that is one thing that I was talking to Adam about this the other night. That conversation that he has with that woman, whenever they're talking about John Carter.
Yeah.
And he's like, she's like, "What's that book you're reading?" And he was talking. It's like ex-Confederate soldier, goes into a cave, and she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "You don't need to be reading stuff like that." And he goes, "Well, stories are like people; they're complicated." Like that. That right there tells you exactly like what his mindset on everything is, and also like his outlook on the world to a certain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In that first episode, that first 2 minutes where it shows him in the trench.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all notice this? It's black and white. As he comes out of the trench and sees the UFOs and everything, it goes to color.
Well, the explosion, that first explosion turned into it went into color.
Well, one of the things about it being black and white there was while he was in the trench fighting, like everyone was kind of equal.
Yeah.
So there's no color there. We're all fighting the same war here. That's like when he went back home, he probably should have stayed where he was at.
Yeah.
But he went home, to find his dad instead. So
So
that's one reason they did that in there. They were trying to show you, like, and then he walks out of it, and it's like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
What's crazy is when I was watching it, I was like, is this real? Like,
yeah, I know,
and he wakes
right?
up, and you're like, God damn. That motherfucker, that CGI looked good.
Yeah, it did. Well, and that was an interesting conversation that was had too, where it was like, he joined the military. Why go and fight for a country that doesn't give a shit about you?
Yeah.
That treats you the way, and it's like, and that's really something that I had never considered. You know what I mean?
That's what Muhammad Ali said. Never,
right.
He didn't go to Vietnam.
Yeah.
He said that on like a television interview. I think it was like Dick Cavett or something. He said, "Why should I go and fight for a country that won't fight for me?"
Yeah.
And everybody was mad at him, called him a dodge draft, was a draft dodger. But that's what he said. He's like, "Why would I want to?"
Yeah. And I've never thought about it like, but yeah, I mean, why fight for a country when that country don't give a fuck about you? But
how good was that cop?
The asshole cop?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good, man.
The voice, man.
Yeah, very.
When he was like getting sick and shit, I was like,
yeah,
you need to shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah.
When she come running out of that bathroom, was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here now.
Yeah.
It was like, going out to the country,
Yeah. But yeah, check it out. I mean, I've been enjoying it so far, and I don't think that I'm not gonna get disappointed. I don't feel. I may be wrong, and I have been a lot of times, but I don't think it's going.
Well, is the book was it like a bestseller? Was it? I mean, I've
Uh,
never
let's-
heard of the book.
let
It
me
had to be
see.
something to get a damn TV show.
Let's go to the wiki.
Book, man.
Publishers Weekly commended Ruff for his impressive grasp of classic horror themes and noted that the book's most unsettling aspect is the constant bigotry experienced by the characters, while Kirkus Reviews considered it a series of bizarre chemical adventures and a merrily macabre pastiche, comparing it favorably to Ruff's previous works.
Tell you what's cool, man, is the book cover. It looks like an old Lovecraft book.
Yeah, I know, right?
It look old.
Let's see. This guy wrote. These are his published works. Fool on the Hill, Sewer, Gas, and Electric, the Public Works Trilogy. Set This House in Order, A Romance of Souls. Bad Monkeys, The Mirage, Lovecraft Country, and he's got working on a book coming out called 88 Names.
I'd never heard of the guy, and I mean,
54 years old. Yeah. So. All right.
DC fandom, y'all.
Dude. They didn't hold back
They
this year,
did not
did they?
hold back.
They did not let coronavirus keep it down.
No.
So.
I will say a lot of the stuff like the Black Adam
Yeah.
teaser, there's barely any footage there, but I think it has a lot to do with they don't have footage.
Right.
But that Batman, do they only have is it like 20-25% of that movie shot?
Yeah, that's it.
And that trailer looks fucking mint, dude.
Yeah, it does.
Do we have any movie news, or are we gonna get into the trailers?
I'm looking right now, and it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff from.
I mean, I think it's safe to say that the trailers are the news
That's
this
the
week.
news.
Yeah, I mean, John Carpenter may get involved with the Thing reboot happening at Blumhouse.
Please don't.
Why are we rebooting it?
Please don't.
Because they're stupid.
I mean, we did it. Was it worth it? And I think we all decided, like, hey, just watch the original one. Like,
yeah.
Yes, just if not letting not letting John Carpenter's The Thing be your first experience in the world of The Thing.
It might ruin it for you.
It will. You're gonna miss out on a way better film.
Yeah.
See, why don't they're like we're gonna redo it? It's like, dude, just put that back out.
Horror does not need reboots and remakes. It needs originality.
Yeah.
Do a 4K restoration and release that bitch in a theater again.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it in a theater.
Yeah.
I mean, I would give it. I mean, at the end of the day, if another Thing movie, which obviously it's going to drop, I'll watch it, but it'll be with a bitter taste in my mouth because I'm not gonna. My expectations for it are gonna be very neutral.
Well, we just did this a few years ago. So, like,
yeah.
There are two things that I've seen so far that I do want to hit on that doesn't have anything to do with the
trailer stuff.
Yeah. So the first one, I mean, this kind of does play into it, but I do want to touch on it before we watch the trailer. So the Snyder Cut will be a 4-part series with 1 hour long episodes, and then that'll
talking about that.
Yeah, that'll release first, and then they're going to release a version of it on HBO Max that has it all cut together as one 4-hour version of it.
Well, the other day we were talking about me and Griffin. We were like, Because I'd heard that there was a 4-hour cut of the movie. And I'm over here and I'm like, just fucking split it up, dude. Do episodes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll sit there and burn through them back to back.
Oh, for sure.
But, you know, some people, like when they did the Hateful Eight again, they split it up. And that worked. Hour
Yeah.
each. And that's awesome, man.
Yeah. And this is another thing that I want to touch on. And I want to keep this in mind when we're picking the movie next week. So the 28th, which is what, Friday or Tuesday or Thursday? Let's see, hold
Friday.
on. All right, the 28th, they are releasing the New Mutants in
Oh.
theaters on the 28th.
But they're going to drop it a little bit after.
I don't know, but I have a feeling that it might be available.
Yeah. You have a feeling?
I don't know. I just have that feeling deep down inside because, like, who's gonna go to the movie theater right now?
Not a lot of people.
And if this movie's been shelved for years now, I have a feeling that it's gonna get leaked one way or another. Whether it be by the director,
yeah,
or you know,
I can even see them doing this, man. Like a little bit after it's out, they're gonna see the numbers aren't doing too good.
Yeah,
I could see them go ahead and pushing it out VOD.
Yeah,
getting it out there so they can
Right.
make some money on it.
Yeah. So if that does come up, you know,
Yeah,
over the weekend, then
override.
that trumps whatever. Okay.
Yeah,
That trumps whatever we're watching, right?
Sure.
I mean, it kind of has to because we've been talking about this movie since we started doing the podcast 4.5 years ago. So I don't think it's been that long, but still.
y'all want to watch the trailers in reverse? Kind of work our way up to like Batman Justice League. The last two I dropped. You know, they're just. I want to get those out of the way.
Yeah, that's fine. And I dropped that one because it's got Henry Cavill in it.
Yeah.
And Millie Bobby
Number
Brown.
11.
Yeah, so that's fine with me if we do them in reverse because
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
cool
work our
with
way
it.
up to Justice League. God damn it, it's happening.
And
I'm
that
excited
trailer-
about that and that Batman movie. Dude, that's something like when we were all watching the trailer together, it's like, they cut all of this out of the movie?
Yeah, I know.
Batman fighting motherfuckers in his black suit? I mean, his Superman?
Yeah, I know.
That's why all those actors were pissed, man. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
fucking Ben Affleck was like, fuck this, I'm done.
Yeah, you can't
guys
blame
fucked
him.
up.
Yeah. So, but
What I like about that trailer too is the song choice.
Yeah, and
is,
both
is
of them.
Hallelujah.
Yeah,
And it was kind of like, it's kind of funny because it's like, it's happening.
yeah. Thank
You know,
God.
It's,
Yeah.
all right, yeah. Hold up.
I've got Enola Holmes. Now, I don't know anything about Enola Holmes.
I saw the
or
trailer.
any. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to make a prediction.
Uh-huh.
Has something to do with Sherlock Holmes.
I don't know.
All right, I'm ready
It
to
looks
watch
like,
it.
oh yeah, dude, it's Sherlock. It's Sherlock's teen sister. In the
Is it?
description. Yeah. What it says.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're right,
Okay.
dude.
Wow.
I didn't even get that from watching the trailer.
Okay.
Takes place
Ready
in
when
that
y'all
time
are.
period, you know.
All right. Well, let's do it.
Wonder if Robert Downey will show up.
Yes.
All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. Talking to the camera. Look, it's what's her name? Directed by Tim Burton.
I know, right?
Oh, look, he's playing Sherlock.
My God.
Ragamuffin. Over. That's a song.
Yeah.
It is. Hmm. If I was guy cutting this trailer and someone was like, "You should use pole," I'd be like, "Huh? But it
What
works."
now? Yeah.
That's
I mean, it
funny because
looks.
it's the other trailer's got the Nirvana song on it.
Yeah. Same era.
It doesn't look terrible.
No, it doesn't look terrible at all.
Call it though. Man.
Well, you know, I got a sixth sense about these kind of things. So, you know. So, Utopia, I got her pulled up. Is this fucking Dwight?
This based, yeah. Why I pulled it, but wasn't there a TV show? This based on that show?
I have no idea.
I saw people bitching in the comments. Why didn't they just make another season in the show?
It may be. They ain't no damn tellings. You know?
Yeah, I'm ready. Y'all ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, play.
Okay.
Fact. Oh, it's a what's his name?
John Cusick.
Yeah. Basic. It seems like every trailer now they'll take a song and
Yeah.
kind of change it.
Yeah.
Oh,
From the
classic.
90s.
Yeah. Perfect timing, huh?
Yeah.
Faris. I don't know what's going. So everything in that comic book's real, or
I don't know. I mean, it looks like a show. I don't know. I think the comic book was just a story that them kids were all kind of fixated on, and then it Of course.
happened that connected to it. They were like,
Yeah, we've read about this shit. It's like, have
"Oh
you?
God, y'all!" They finally dropped the Trump coming out.
The Comey rule?
Yeah,
Oh God.
gotta rate as Trump. Okay,
I give it 13 gold trumps, okay?
give it 2 golden toilets.
You
You know he pisses in a gold toilet, dude.
think so?
Oh, dude, his one bathroom on his jet had like gold-plated sinks, and this man washes his hands in a sink plated with gold. That's how you know when you made it, man.
Is that rock star level?
Well, once he got golden sinks, he was like, I think I'll be the president. Okay, you know?
I've,
Yeah.
I've accomplished all that I can accomplish.
Gold plated sinks, dude. I'd like to see the
Yeah.
washing machine, you know?
Yeah.
He probably
Is
doesn't
the
even
end-
wash his clothes. He just buy new ones.
Yeah, he throws them away.
All right. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Y'all know this is based off the book. Remember we talked about this before?
Yeah.
And you remember it's that British, or I think he's Irish actor playing
Yeah,
him?
Brendan Gleeson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do. You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Stock footage. We already know how this goes out.
Yeah. Oh.
Check him out, dude. Homie's real innocent.
Was it that dramatic?
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Take a picture.
This looks fucking stupid.
I love how they turned it into this, though. Like, we all remember what Comey did, and he let a criminal, get away with, like, if any of us would have done that, dude, we'd be in jail for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
And they're not even gonna go there.
No. They're afraid.
Yeah, I'd probably be afraid.
Yeah. I mean,
They know people. Lots of people. Okay.
He's like, oh, a dinner for two?
Yeah.
That shit didn't happen.
And it's like, you should have started playing Just the Two of Us. Just the two of us.
I mean, that didn't happen at all, dude.
There's no goddamn. I don't
Trump
even think
comes
they're
in
allowed
with fucking Hello Kitty pajamas moonwalking. Just the two of us.
Come on, Comey, what do you say? Build a castle to the sky. Come on.
We'll fight Comey if we try. Just the two of us.
I don't care who you voted for. That dude walked out in front of the world and said that Hillary Clinton did not break any laws. Straight lied to the camera. And they're not even going to go there.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to use them.
Charles will watch it.
Did
You know what I mean?
you see
like,
the comments?
No.
Oh, dude. They're both sides are in there, dude. They're going back and forth on those comments. They'll probably have to disable them before the shit comes out. Like, I need to go on there and say that. I'm like, you guys need everybody chill out before they disable the comments because I like reading them.
Yeah, for real. Come on.
I know it's like, hey, have you seen Suicide Squad? Like, yeah, a few years ago, it's like, oh, but have you seen the Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Have
you?
I think we're gonna get a better run though, man, because James Gunn is gonna direct this, and what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy was great, and I'm thinking it's kind of gonna kind of have that vibe that he puts off, man, which
all good stuff.
I'm surprised that we're already at it again.
Yeah, right.
I can't believe the other one came out in 2016.
Yeah.
Seems like it was yesterday that we were all like, ugh.
Yeah. I remember going to the theaters and watching that and being very disappointed.
Yeah.
So
I watched it at home and it was hard to like watch.
Yeah.
I was like I was fucking around with fidget spinners and shit, like.
It was that far back.
I was piddling, dude.
You were piddling around.
Well, let's check the trailer out and see how many they got fucking everybody in this movie. Are ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play. How to Get Away with Murder. Don't recognize him. Check that look out.
I know, right?
Rejected X-Man. Can't have Suicide Squad without her, right?
I know, right?
Polka Dot Man. Theo Vaughn. Oh, no. Cool with that. So they're kind of digging in on some of these characters, man. Like,
yeah, I know.
I mean, Peter Capaldi. I think if James Gunn can't pull this off, nobody can. He'll probably die in the movie.
Good.
I mean, dude, this is just one movie?
Yeah.
A lot of people. Brought him back. I thought he did a good job.
Yeah.
John Cena. Like I said, man, I think if he can't pull it off, then there's probably not going to be no hope for him, right? I mean,
right. Yeah. I'll agree.
So do we just erase the other movie? Like, that didn't happen?
No,
it does say the Suicide Squad 2.
What I think's gonna happen is because the only thread that connects the two together, or the only threads that connect the two together, are three really. Harley Quinn, Amanda Waller, and Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
And the rest is an all new cast. So I think it's going to be, and I think this is Griffin speculation, Greculation.
All right.
Yeah. So I think that it's going to be, something's going to happen, and instead of it focusing on one team with the highs and the lows and downtime and all this other stupid shit that the first one went through, and all the I'm a bad guy because of my environment, and I'm a victim of my raisins. Yeah. Like instead of like that bullshit, it's gonna be like multiple
They're
teams,
splitting up.
and it's going to be jumping back and forth
Good
between the
pacing.
two. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm
what
excited that he's doing it.
yeah.
I mean, dude, those Guardian movies, and when you go look at the movies he's put out,
Yeah.
I mean, he
So
does good shit. So
I think that's going to be their approach, because there's no way, unless there's only two ways for them to do this movie with that big of a cast. If you have one big thing happen and everybody shows up in response to that as part of the Suicide Squad, or you have multiple smaller missions, quote unquote, happen where you have different casts
yeah.
of characters in each mission, you know. So there's no, yeah, I mean, it's going to have to be something like that. And at that point, let's just make it a fucking TV show.
Yeah, right.
You know, like, Jesus Christ.
I was surprised to see that many people.
Yeah, and they didn't even show everybody. Like, Batista's in it. You know what I mean? Yeah, where the fuck was he at?
I mean, he favors a bit.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be like a good guy or a bad guy, or a bad guy being good or a good guy being bad, or,
I guess we only got like people in the Suicide.
Yeah.
He's not in the Suicide.
Fucking, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. He might be the real bad guy. Who fucking knows? But I'm ready for this Tenet trailer.
Yeah, this is the one. This dropped a few days ago. This is the final trailer.
Yeah, final.
I'm excited to see this movie. See what the buzz is. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play. See if we can decode this shit. Distancing, got his mask on. Gotta say tennis.
I don't know what he said.
Give away too much, Trey. Sleight of hand, what you do there?
Yeah, I got magnets in her gloves.
Atkinson's been busy.
Yeah.
Hmm. Whoa.
What the fuck?
Old Mars. Iced. As soon as we get a hold of this. Yep.
Yes. The fuck?
Spent some money on this movie, didn't
Yeah, right.
they? Bet. That's what Warzone's gonna look like tomorrow. Tennis.
I'm gonna call it right now.
First. What you got, Trev?
All right. I don't know how, but I think he's pulling. He's somehow those bullets that keep fucking going in reverse and shit. It's got something to do with that. And it's got something to do with it. And when the woman said come in war or whatever, I'm thinking it's going to have something to do with like they're fucking with time so that some place is better prepared than the other.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my brain, until I see it in action,
I just don't understand how he's going to explain why they're moving in time, but certain things around them aren't. That's where I'm like,
Or
okay.
like when they're walking, when they were walking by that plane and the fire went back in it.
It's like I feel like it's going to be if Looper and Inception just got smashed together.
It gives me an Inception vibe.
Yeah,
it makes me think of. I'm thinking. I for some reason it's making me think of Looper, and it shouldn't. I shouldn't think about Rian Johnson when I'm fucking watching something made by Christopher Nolan.
Mike Banks said, "Uno reverse card."
Okay.
Tennis.
Maybe Lord of War with time or some shit. I don't know.
You want to do the Black Adam thing?
Yeah, because it's a short clip.
You want to do Black Adam, then Batman, then go out on Justice League? Yeah.
Trickle in, Trav. Trickle in. All right, Black Adam clip. 3, 2, 1, play. Teaser. Definitely a teaser. I think they don't have footage. Oh, is this the Mummy?
It's the Scorpion King.
All CGI right here. Splat 'em. That's it, guys.
That's all we get?
Well, it does this. I don't know anything about Black Adam.
He's like
the anti-Shazam.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I laid the smackdown on him, you know?
Yeah.
Concept art looks cool.
I know, right?
5,000. It'll be weird to see The Rock like flying and having a cape and.
What a weird
Teaser?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have held out on that.
Well, I mean, remember that was being teased all the way back when like Batman versus Superman was being promoted and stuff. So I mean, I feel like it's kind of a way of them being like, "Hey, we're still making it, just ain't here yet."
Here we go. We'll do this one.
Yeah, let's do the Wonder Woman trailer as well, just to shit on it.
We gotta do it, right?
Yeah. So I'm, this is all I'm gonna say about it before I watch the trailer. Anything is gonna be better than the other one. And that's all I gotta say. I've taken shits that are more rewarding than that Wonder Woman movie. So.
Guy down here says, I can't wait to see this in years.
Why is it going to take that long?
Because I don't think they're going to put it out until theaters are back open.
Oh.
Does it even have a release date? I don't think. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 1984. Read. They They got to play at least one Huey Lewis song. 80s.
Are we getting more flashbacks to her being a fucking child?
I thought we did all that in the first one. I think that was all good.
Stupid. Yeah.
Was she straight spider swinging on fucking lightning bolts?
Yeah. Just make her fly.
I feel like that's going. He did die, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's some time travel. Or it's not him. Her. You have powers?
Yeah,
What
it's
the fuck?
Cheetah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cheetah?
Yeah.
Where's the cheetah costume? There it
There
is,
she
dude.
is.
So she straight turns into a cheetah.
Yeah, more or less.
Like a cut scene from Cats, dude. Cats.
Where's the bulge, you know?
Only in theater. No date. Alright.
I mean, they might be successful in making the worst fucking comic book movie adaptation franchise of all time.
You think it's worse than Captain Marvel?
Yes. Because Captain Marvel had Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, that movie was. I enjoyed that movie more than I did that Wonder Woman.
Yeah. I mean, and Captain Marvel's a little bit more of an interesting character, especially when she's not on Earth.
Yeah.
So I will say that. But now we're getting into the real shit. They need to leave this Wonder Woman shit alone, and they need to focus on the next two things that we're fucking gonna watch here.
Oh, I was so shocked to see that this came out
Yeah, I
last
know.
week. All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Batman. 1, 2, 3, play. Hey, duck it, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know who that is?
Yes.
Fiddler, dude.
It reminds me of Seven.
That way it's kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. Love the color grading in this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the gangster. One that threw the shit on Two-Face.
Yeah.
He's been arrested. Y'all know who that is?
That's fucking in Bruges.
It is, dude. God damn. That's how you make a fucking trailer, dude.
That makes me so. I was so bummed whenever Affleck was like, "I'm done." You know, fuck it, I'm done. After watching this trailer, and then of course, Affleck and everybody else
Yeah.
came out and gave their support and said that the script was great, this, that, and the other. But I'm ready for this film. I'm
Yes.
ready.
You don't even recognize Colin Farrell.
No.
'Cause we were all wondering, is he going to chunk
This
up and play
is-
the Penguin? Like,
This is how you do a hero film in general that doesn't give the whole fucking movie away.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. The trailer, like, just enough, dude. Just enough to tickle the balls.
Yeah. I want to mention these two comments down here. DC, we will make a new Batman movie. Bruce's parents, please no. And then this was my favorite. Thug, the hell you supposed to be? Batman, triangle, square, 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 triangle, square, square, square.
Yeah.
I thought that was so fucking funny. Oh,
And here we are, guys,
with the creme de la creme.
about to watch the fucking Justice League Snyder Cut trailer. We
I'm
did
so.
it. I feel like we all won.
I feel like it was
did it,
us
man.
that made it happen.
Yeah. How long's it been?
It's been.
Years?
Well, when.
It's been about 2 years, right?
Let's see.
We've been harping on it.
Justice League came out in 2017.
I'd say it's
And
about
we-
that long since we knew there was a cut somewhere when they finally started leaking all that.
Well, we knew that before the movie came out because they got rid of Snyder, and they had to do a bunch of reshoots and
But
stuff.
they said they
lost
acted like they weren't going to change the movie very much.
Yeah, and
then when it came out, it was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, and then when you watch this trailer, you're
Oh.
like, none of this was in the fucking movie.
I heard that there's like an investigation now for the way that Josh Whedon treated people
Good.
on the set. He was a dick.
Well,
Have y'all seen the people complaining about that Batman trailer online?
No.
What do y'all think they're complaining about? Just quick.
The eye makeup.
The eye fucking makeup, dude. Of all things.
Why?
They're just emo. He's like the queen.
I guess
Batman.
because they're too stupid to realize that that's what the fuck he wears under it.
Yeah,
but
he's got to darken his eyes out, dude, so it blends in with the suit. I mean, hello.
Yeah, that's.
When I saw that, I was like, what?
Well, I mean, let's be fair. Fuck boys are always gonna find something to complain about. Am I right?
this version of Batman, it seems also that the same crowd that's been vocal about it are the same retards that load up in a fucking big ass dually and go riding around.
Go mud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait for the next Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah.
They're like, that's real storytelling. Yeah.
Annabelle was a scary movie to them.
That dog gonna get you.
All right, guys, I'm ready for this shit.
Yeah.
They didn't get the metaphor of mother.
Yeah. He's who?
You mean to tell me that house was supposed to be some sort of Eden or something?
Yeah. What you mean Adam was there?
What's Genesis?
Like, what do you mean? What do I mean, dipshit?
I was asleep every Sunday. I don't know what the hell Genesis is.
Yeah. I'm full screening it.
Dang.
I bump it up to 1080.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
We trust. 3, 2, 1, play.
Great song choice.
That's Dark Side, right?
Yeah.
Still dealing with it. Flashback of
See, where the fuck was this scene?
I know, right? Because you know that's got to be fucking Iris, right? Ain't that her
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
yeah.
Where's this scene?
I know.
In
Where
a
was
minute,
this
you'll see
scene?
him wearing a Letterman jacket because he was a football player. That
I'm gonna be a football star.
Facing 3 years in jail now.
Eddie's hurt.
Uh,
Whoa, dude.
Step and Spike.
Steppenwolf looks better.
What the fuck was that?
I can't believe they took all this stuff out of that movie.
Batman blocked those things with his gauntlet.
Yeah.
Did y'all see
Where
him?
was
He was
this?
wearing the Letterman jacket, and he redirected all of those rockets.
Yeah.
That Letterman jacket, I think that was Martian Manhunter.
It's Cyborg. He's wearing that was his football team that he played on. Earlier in the trailer when you see that clip of the football, that was like some flashback he's having or something.
Mm.
I can't take credit for that. I bet it.
It's fucking insane that Warner Brothers fucked this movie up as much as they did. You know what I mean?
They've redeemed themselves. They made us
Well,
sit through that shit show.
yeah.
But they've made up for it. That was always what we had to. We said it, man. We were like, the only way they can make this good if they release that movie. And then from now on, when you hire a director,
Here's what I want to know.
finish the goddamn.
At a minute 57 seconds into the trailer.
A minute 57.
Yeah.
50.
Let's go to speed and slow this bad boy down to 1.75.
Well, that'll make it faster, won't it?
You want to go down to the 0, either
Yeah.
0.5, or you want to go the slowest?
I'm going
Yeah.
to 2.25. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Y'all ready?
All right, I'm
Yeah.
at 157.
All right.
3, 2, 1, play.
What the fuck? Let's turn the volume down. What the fuck is Flash doing right there?
Breaking through the other side, dude.
Look at that
He's
shit.
doing that.
Oh, wait,
Is he
wait,
time
wait.
traveling?
If
I
you
think possibly.
go to a minute, all right, go to a minute 45. Same speed. A minute
All right.
45.
Minute 45. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Look, dude.
Now, look what's
The
happening here.
nuke, dude.
Now,
Bomb,
where
huh?
is he? Did he just transcend into?
Did he basically pull a Superman? Is it Superman 2? You know when he spins around, when he goes around the world and
Yeah.
fucking reverses
Yeah.
time? Is he about to pull that out of his hat and do it?
Because he
I
can
think-
do that shit, right?
Well, I
Yeah.
think what
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Flash
They got to
can do it.
use it in the movie, dude. See,
If they have like a rider that's gonna overpower Flash, yeah, he can fucking do that shit.
I think that what that is he accidentally goes forward or back, or that is the visual representation of the Speed Force and how he can manipulate between time and space.
I
Because
hope they give him that kind of time, man. I hope they can give, because that was my biggest gripe with the theatrical cut, is that they chalked up the complexities of the Speed Force over a scene of him eating pizza, getting in the car, and just going, "It's something I can do called the Speed Force. Don't worry about it."
yeah, they kind of shit on Flash, dude.
yeah,
He's like one of the coolest characters.
Because
At
the
the
whole
beginning of
thing,
that,
because everyone's like, "Oh, Flash, he'll just reverse time and stuff." Like, you don't get it. Like, if he does that, it'll like he's so powerful that he could fuck it up by just simply doing it.
yeah,
And he's constantly fighting that temptation of going, like, the Speed Force almost has a seductive quality to it. Like, he can, if you spend too much time in the shit, it'll fucking, you'll smiggle the fuck out, you know?
yeah. All right,
well,
I'm gonna go.
I did see though they were talking about possible time travel because, like, when it first kicks in, you see the Justice League Academy like in Rome. It's just fucking a pile of brick, dude.
Yeah,
And they may have to like go back, try to keep something from happening.
Well, I remember there was a spoiler / leak thing or whatever, but it was one of those things where it's like, take it with a grain of salt. But there was supposed to be a thing where Cyborg's dad plays a bigger role in the movie than originally.
I saw that. Yeah.
And apparently there's a sequence where they fuck with the mother boxes and it just blows the fuck up. And it kills everybody and all this shit. Flash sees it, and in like a split fucking second, he's like, "Oh fuck!" And then he rewinds it. He doesn't go like all the way back and does some
Just
Flashpoint level shit. He rewinds it just enough to be like, "Hey, you don't want to do that."
Yeah. Well, in that clip right there, you can see buildings in the distance, and then everything just fucking gone.
yeah,
And this huge burst of energy. And that could be that moment where he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta fix this."
yeah,
Because it kind of it was like that blue light that comes out of that box. Like it was,
yeah. Go to 52 on the same speed. A minute 52. Sorry. I think Travis was right.
minute 52.
Yeah.
Got it, Trav?
What's that?
See that? It's the movie.
All right, ready when you are.
3, 2, 1, play.
I think Travis is right.
What? It's Martian Manhunter.
I think so.
Well, I know that, like, the guy that's been talking to Superman and the government the whole time, that dude,
Yeah.
that particular actor, they interviewed him and told him that, like, that's what his role was. The big reveal of him is that Martian Manhunter's been in contact with Superman the whole time. He's just been hiding out as, like, chief of the military.
Right. Well, if you look at Cyborg, and I'm
He
trying to
doesn't
find.
look as doesn't whoever it is isn't hands wide.
Yeah. Well, I think he's got gloves on.
Oh, yeah, but look at the back of his neck, like here.
Well, he looks black to me. But I think that
That
well,
is
the reason
universe.
right, but the reason that I say that though is, I mean, you can only see, and I've got it paused, but you can see the majority of his head.
Yeah.
You can't see all of it. And the Snyder version of uh Cyborg, he only has like basically half of his head
Yeah.
all the way around.
You can go up a little bit more. He's definitely not wearing gloves. But that doesn't mean that it's not whoever who just.
Martian Manhunter.
I just saw that on some kind of blooper.
Right. I don't know, man. But all I do know is that I am very,
A lot of fucking rockets.
very excited about this movie.
I hope it's good, man. I really do.
I think that part that we first watched where it shows Flash running in like a galaxy, I think that was him going back to Batman v Superman.
Where he popped up and was like, "Oh, I went too far back."
Well, yeah, where he's
Yeah.
like, Bruce, you have to,
He's trying to tell him something. Didn't he say he's like, "I went too far, didn't I?"
yeah,
Because you don't know about it yet. Like,
yeah,
oh, dude, that'd be badass. Because they never like touched on that.
no.
It just happened, and you're like, "What?"
And like in the opening of the trailer, in the first 5 seconds, you get Darkseid. It's like, and he's got the Omega symbol on his chest. Like God, I can't fucking wait, dude. Next year, if we're not in quarantine all year long, it's going to be a fantastic year for movies. Even if we're in quarantine.
Yeah, because I think quarantine's gonna push it into a more VOD.
Yeah, I agree.
It kind of sucks that that's what we had to get to make this happen, but I think
So,
once it happens and they see that they can make just as much, you know, if not more money,
yeah,
I think it'll stick around. It'll be a thing, where it's like put it in the theater for a little bit because you kind of hate to shit on the theaters.
yeah, of course.
Put it in there like a month and a half, 2 months, and then hey,
Yeah,
the rest of the world can see. That way, because even like that movie, if that movie was in a theater, I'd go watch it in a theater.
all 4
I'd
hours.
sit there for 4 hours, dude. I've sat there for 3.5, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't hurt to get a little intermission about halfway through, so I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, right. So, if they don't release the New Mutants, what are we going to watch next week?
I don't know, man. I don't have anything up my sleeve.
Well, there is something available. I actually put it on the server.
Sputnik?
Well, either that or that Netflix movie, Project Power.
Yeah. I'm down to watch that. I heard that the CGI in it's supposed to be really good. I saw some articles where they were talking about how good it was like I ain't trying to build it up. They were just like there's some groundbreaking like CGI shit in the movie.
Okay. Yeah.
VFX.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm down for either one of those. Sputnik, I'm very interested in because it's got a very alien, the Thing type of vibe to it, foreign film horror. But then you have like a little sci-fi,
I'm down to
Jamie.
watch Project Power. It just came out too, so
Yeah.
it's it's a new movie. It's fresh. I really don't know anything about it. Had a
No.
budget of $85 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what's crazy on Plex here? You can pull up a movie, right? So I'm gonna pull up let me see. John Wick, the first John Wick movie, right? You can scroll down and it says tracks from John Wick. And
Yeah.
you can I didn't know that.
Yeah, their whole area where they'll give you the the cast.
Yeah.
Really
That's
cool.
I love this review for the Kingsman, the Golden Circle. All right, these are the first 3 reviews that pop up. The first one from New York Magazine, what a mess it is. The second one from the London Evening Standard, cruel, spineless, virtually laughter-free, and above all dull. Even putting the plot to paper makes my head ache. And The Atlantic said the movie is too long, too violent, too silly, too everything. Yet for those who enjoyed the original Kingsman, it is more than an adequate second act. To put it another way, first time satire, second time farce.
Damn.
Like well, I mean, but it's Rotten Tomatoes, so you know what Rotten Tomatoes can do?
Oh, they can suck a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
They can nurse it like a bottle.
Like a newborn calf. All right, I'm done.
Yeah. Next
So,
Project Power.
if
Okay, yeah. I'll keep an eye on it.
yeah,
Keep my ear to the ground.
right. And episode 3 of
Yeah.
Lovecraft. Yeah,
Country.
Yeah.
Country.
Lovecraft. I have to say it as if it's 2 words.
Yeah.
Because if I try to combine it, Lovecraft Country, it's too much. It's too many cuz and sus in there, you know?
Yeah.
So.
All right, guys.